don't know if you can hear it, but it's definitely downpouring outside. Woke up to the sound of thunder. And for probably the first time in my life, I am not, I am not happy about it. And I don't even know if I have it in me to go back to sleep because usually when I'm up, if I'm lucky enough, sometimes I can go back to sleep, but it's too close to me preparing to get up anyway. So I'm like, fine, fuck it. I could just do another video. And the type of weather we're having right now is quite ironic for the significance of this day for me. But anyways, waking up to the sound of thunder, all it did was just activate my rolling thoughts about just how unhappy I am about work. It sometimes it just consumes me. And that's why a lot of times, oh goodness, that's a lot of source of my stress and just all of this. Is work is the main source of my unhappiness right now. Like it has not been a day in a long time that I haven't. Excuse me. Oh wait, I need to pull myself together. Maybe I'll be able to go back to sleep. Who knows? But it's been a long time that I just haven't dread being going to work. Like the last time I was this stressed out, it was only because I was working so hard to run away from what was going on with me at home. And then one little simple email like sent me, and I had to push back. This time around, it's much worse because, like, I literally one day just I had to get talked off the ledge because I was literally about to just quit. I've given my job as a whole because I've now, see, I'm in my third, oh, excuse me, I'm in my third position with this job. But like I said, as a whole, I've given them, it'll be 13 years in October. And in 13 years, this is the most stressed out I have been. Like, I'm surprised that I'm holding up the way that I'm holding up. I'm just grateful my hair is not suffering. You know, some people stress and lose their hair, stress and lose weight. I think I stress and I gain weight. And then it ain't just work. I mean, of course, you know, there is my personal life. I mean, it's all kinds of topsy turvy and inside out and up and down, crisscross. Family is very interesting, just to say the least. Just very interesting. And then on another side, my emotions, my thoughts are very much like this downpour right now. I'm in the middle of my own storm. And so, in the middle of the storm, I don't even know how to use an example of how soaked I'm getting right now. It's to say that I'm in the middle of my own storm with an umbrella that's flipped up because the wind didn't carry the shit and flipped it in, or I don't know, with a plastic bag to cover my head, only to discover the plastic bag has a hole in it. I'm getting soaking wet anyways. Or I don't know, trying to take shelter, but the wind is still slapping you with rain in all directions. So what's the point, right? I guess that's my life right now. And like I said, I do have high points. Like I said, in spite of all of this, I do have my moments where the rain breaks, the sun comes out, just for a little bit. But the main source of my stress is really work. It's ridiculous. I mean, unnecessarily hard. I've overcome a lot in different jobs. Well, let me take that back. Well, no, I've never really had much stress at different jobs that I've had. I mean, it's nothing to compare to where I work and given 13 years being in 3 different roles. My main goal, I believe, is to help people. I want to help people. That's what I do. That's my job. And in all of these roles that I've held at work, that's the job, to help people. But then you get burnt out, you get stressed out, and it's like, who's there to help me? There is something I want to say, and I don't even know why I'm holding back. Part of the reason why I was like, okay, you know what? Do this video. Who knows? I may not even post it. So, but for whatever reason, I'm holding back. And it's like, why? Why? this morning, laying here in the bed, I was thinking about something, and there was a thunderclap outside some years ago. I did something, and in that moment when I did that, it was, I'll never forget it. It was it? It was, man, I know the day. I'm not even gonna say what day it was, but some years ago, I said slash did something, and right at that moment, because I was outside, it was daytime, it wasn't raining yet, but it was definitely cloudy, no sun. And when I said slash did what I did, there was thunder. And in that moment, I realized it was the wrong thing to do. Because just how, like, on TV, they do that for dramatic effect. And it happened to me in real life one time. So I was sitting here laying in bed this morning, having this thought, and then thunder for a dramatic effect. Guess life is funny that way. Like, oh, it's just TV, it shit do happen like that in real life. I say shit like that don't happen to me. Shit like that happens to me. Anyway, so I'm holding back from picking at a certain part of my life that I've kind of brought up here and there. Um, so the next part of my life, sometimes I feel like I get that calm in the middle of a storm, and then sometimes I feel like God, how to describe it? How do I describe it? Sometimes it's the calm in the storm, and then sometimes it's contributes to the storm. Like maybe God, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like even at my great age, in ways I'm still just very naive. Sometimes I still feel like that teenager, and I don't think it's bad. It's just, well, let me say, I don't think it's all bad, but sometimes I just, I don't know. Like I was saying, when something is obviously wrong, I find a way to, I don't know, I just, my common sense, I guess, I don't know if that's even the right way to put it. What am I getting at? Okay. So, as you may or may not know, I am involved with someone. I don't know if y'all heard that. It was a little beep. That thing, it really helps me out in the morning. Going off subject real quick. It beeps at every 58 minute of the hour. So I know that in a little bit it's about to be 6 o'clock. I don't know if that alarm is gonna go off or not. But anyways, so like I was saying, I'm involved with someone, and I know nothing about dating in today's society. You know, we're approaching a year that I actually just kind of just stepped out there. I mean, it just kind of, well, I didn't step out there. It just kind of stumbled onto my path. And I'm not going to say what I'm doing is wrong, but it's just something about this just doesn't feel quite right. And I voice it, you know, we definitely, I would say we talk about it, but I'm usually the one who is always bringing up something. And I can be a voice for someone else. But when it comes to me listening to my own voice of reason, then it's like nothing seems like, I don't know. So how do I just how do I just go into there are just some things, there we go. There are just some things that I'm used to. Let's just put it that way. Some things that I'm used to. And these things that I'm used to, I just feel like it should be automatic. What I'm looking for, what I'm wanting, what I'm needing. Have I voiced these things? Yes. Has there been change? No. My next question that I was going to say was ask us, am I in love? They gotta be. But I am. But are they? Inquiring minds want to know. This person is, I would like to see in just this moment. I was going to say this person is very mysterious, but what I have come to learn is men aren't men aren't mysterious. They let you know what they let you know what's going on with them, how they feel, very muchly out loud. But it takes you to realize it, even if they are also out loud misleading you, if you choose to question. So I'm sitting here trying to make sense of my situation, and it's silently loud, I guess. But I question all the time. And then I get answers that are big and hollow. And for whatever reason, it somewhat satisfies me for the moment. And then just recently, we went out and me, when I'm out, I put my phone down. Like, one, I know that my kids are gonna be okay. You know, they can look after themselves. You know, if it's an extreme emergency, I mean, what with me right now, my kids ain't gonna bother me. And they have another parent, you know, to go to. And so I knew that I was not going to hear from my kids at all. So, and I just knew that if anybody would be contacting me, it would probably be an emergency, but I wasn't planning for any emergencies are very random, but I just had a good feeling nobody was going to bother me that night that we went out. My phone was down. The only time I looked at my phone was after he'd get up and walk off or whatever. Just to look at the time, and I was checking my emails because I was trying to help my daughter with some college stuff. Yeah, so, but even then, like, as I was on my way out there, I was like, okay, I already knew it wasn't nothing else I could do. So, but in the minute, you know, something else came through, you know, just checking, whatever. But my phone was down. Could I say the same for him? No. Have I had a conversation about it? No. I don't feel that it's that important. Did it bother me? A little bit, yeah. I mean, ultimately, everything turned out okay. I was, you know, happy to go out. But, oh my God, my scalp. I could just lift my locks up for a second off my scalp. Just. But, anyways, I think some things, I don't think I know. Some things are being said silently. And I'm just trying to see it through. Because, like, on one hand, like, he's there and has the right thing to say, and it sounds good, it feels good. But then 2 minutes later, and not really saying like 2 minutes later, but then it's like, hey, hello. Like, what's up, you know? And maybe, and I know that I'm not demanding a lot. I'm not, but this is still, even with it being a year, we're approaching a year of me just, it's still just, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I need to learn some rules or something. I don't know, but hell, it's too late at this point. The only way for me to I don't know, fix it would be to start all the way over. And honestly, I don't even feel like doing that. Like, I probably would. Oh shit, it's 36 minutes. I don't know if this thing's gonna break into two different videos or not. Um, shit. Let me do a second video because I don't know.